You're right. You're alive.
could have got you killed.
All I wanted was to live for 15 minutes after you got here. Give you those, give you names, blow my brains out.
Why didn't you? It's too easy to die. It's too late to die. We estimate 70,000 people have died here already. We've managed to pull in 27 SS. Now, you've given us a miniature history of your time in a camp, but I need more. The innocent, the guilty, the witnesses, the criminals. We're short of everything except bodies, and I refuse to let you be just another one of those. There's going to be no unfinished business here. We need your help.
Easier to look for the innocent. Fewer of them.
Who is this?
Werner Hauptmann.
Did you draw it at the time?
6 months later.
That's great. I guess we'd all like a memory like that.
Perhaps not.
Step right up here, yeah, dude. No. Here you go, pal. Take two. There, take two.
Simon, is this the same man?
Hey, bring that truck around.
I told you I remember everything.
Direct involvement in murder?
Yes.
We found it. He's in a kind of rooming house, 15 miles out in Leonding, one of those picture postcard villages. It's time you left the camp anyway, sir. It's a whole world out there. A different one.
Whoa!
Go get him.
Yeah, right there.
First.
Major Harcourt's orders. You can go in and rest him yourself.
But I'm an architect.
Emil Fischbach?
Yes?
You are.
I am. You're under arrest. You were one of them. You know, I helped. When I could, you were there. We had no choice. They made us do these things, you know that. I helped a lot of you. What else could we have done? You know how it was. You can't say you don't. It's over.
Get in the truck.
Well, the sooner we wrap this up, the sooner you can forget. Make a new life. You can go back to being an architect again, Simon. Every last one. That's a promise. With your help.
Only days ago he'd have had me beaten half to death for looking at him like this. If I touched him, I'd have been shot.
Simon, it's over. Lock him up. Yes, sir.
Muir split you into two groups. This man. Look at the photograph. I'm sorry, but I have to ask. This is the man you saw. And
we knew that some of us were to be kept working. And the others were going to be shot straight away.
And
my son was sent to the group to be shot.
Daniel.
My son Daniel. He saw me and headed towards me. He thought that he could make it, but he ran towards me. But Muir saw him. What he did, he took him by the neck. Then he broke his nose. So he fell. My son fell on the ground. And in front of me, my son Daniel.
And
he shot him
Franz Muir. You identify Franz Muir.
You shot my son in the face.
Which side of his face?
There's nothing for any of us here anymore. You, me, any of us. Nothing. I just want to forget. I'm going to America to start again. I don't even want you to tell me if you find him.
Okay.
Is it my job to tell him that unless we get all the Muirs, there'll be another Daniel, there'll be another father watching his son shot? Yes, it's my job.
The Red Cross has just confirmed your wife's last address.
And?
Well, apparently she chose the wrong street. They decided to clean it out and attacked with a flamethrower unit. They went from house to house, burned everything down. There was nothing left.
I was 17 when I fell in love with Scylla. I was blessed.
Then why the hell don't you pursue it? Get back to them. They could be wrong.
The Red Cross?
They're a committee, Simon. They didn't see it happen. Were they there? What if they're right?
Then what? What are you saying?
What I am saying is there's not enough information. Or maybe you don't want to know. Where she is. Her remains.
You were safe there. They promised.
No, we're safe anymore. I had to leave.
Where are you living?
Safe, that's all that matters.
Where are you living now?
In the railroad station. How are you?
You can't live at the station, Scylla.
Right, I'm sleeping in the toilets. Cleaning woman lets me sleep there.
In the toilets?
What should I do? Give myself up? Hope we can be together?
No. Be here tomorrow. Be here tomorrow. Bravo. I want to help. Let me help. I'm not a fighter, but I'll do it. I'll do anything.
You know what we need. You know where the transformers are. The switchgear. And how it is guarded. We need a map.
I was an architect. I am an architect. I can draw. I'll do it. Also, I need papers for my wife. Maybe a job for her.
You have a commission, Mr. Architect.
Simon Wiesenthal. Rose's son.
Come in, come in.
I should like to walk. Just 5 minutes.
I haven't got a pass. Sorry, it's too dangerous. They're picking up everybody over 50 now.
And what are they doing with everyone over 50?
Who knows? But things will change. They have to. There's talk of resettlement.
Where? In heaven? Potatoes.
How's Scylla?
Okay, I think. We try to keep in touch, but you know how things are. This is all I have left. If they come, give it to them.
They'll leave you alone, maybe.
You have given them theirs.
Then give them anything else they want.
There's nothing left to give them.
Then they can have my dentures. It's best to love. Is it? What else can we do? No walks, remember? Kowalska. Go to Warsaw. You can survive there. You'll end up Jewish. The rest of your papers will be at that address.
You?
I'll come when I can.
How?
Take a train. I don't know how. But I'll find you. Somehow. Now, go.
Simon,
Go.
Simon? Simon, I have to tell you. There was a raid last night, and this time they picked up your mother. I'm so sorry to tell you. Simon, they're not moving them, not yet. We just packed them in and left them there. Take care, please. I have to go.
Rose Wiesenthal. Rose Wiesenthal. Rose! Mrs. Wiesenthal! Mrs. Wiesenthal! Mrs. Wiesenthal! Mrs. Wiesenthal! Rose Wiesenthal! Rose Wiesenthal! Rose! Rose!
die when we say so.
Wiesenthal! Wiesenthal! You're the Wiesenthal who used to work in the East Railroad repair yard? You painted? You're a painter?
Sandpaper, yes! Wiesenthal!
Shall I take him, sir? Get your clothes, we need you. You have to promise to do your very best work. And it must be finished by this afternoon. It's a very special day. It's Yora's birthday.
Jew!
We need a Jew.
Hey, you! You!
He's dying.
Yes.
He knows he's dying. The Jew.
Jew. Need to talk to a Jew. Please, it hurts. My name is Karl Seidel. Volunteered for the SS. Special duties. But I was not born a murderer. We were in the Ukraine. The Russians had pulled back. There were houses burning, corpses on the street, dead horses. In the center of the town, a large group of people under guard. Jews. Never seen so many Jews. None of us had. There was one house there. We drove all the Jews, 100 maybe, including children, inside the house.
Please.
And a truck came with cans of petrol. The strongest of the Jews were ordered to carry the cans through the house. Then the doors were locked and a machine gun set up opposite. No. Please, I must tell you the rest. Thank you. We were told to remove the pins from our grenades and throw them through the windows. This we did. We could hear the screams. Anyone who came out of a window was shot. When I was a boy, I believed with all my mind and soul in God and in the commandments. Everything was easier then. Behind the windows of the second floor, I saw a man with a small child in his arms. His clothes were light. Beside him stood a woman. With his free hand, the man covered the child's eyes. Then he jumped into the street. The woman followed. Then from the other windows fell burning bodies. Shot. Oh, God. That was family I will never forget. Least of all, the child. Had black hair and dark eyes. I ask you to forgive me, please. I don't know who you are, only that you are a Jew, but without your forgiveness, I cannot die in peace.
You cannot forgive a wrong done to someone else. And what right did he have to ask?
He was dying.
Duties. He saw one Jew standing for all Jews. Simon Wiesenthal is only Simon Wiesenthal. He's not all Jews. I trust you told him that, huh? Now, if he had harmed you yourself and asked forgiveness, you'd have had no choice. But you cannot forgive on behalf of even your own wife and mother, because it's nothing to do with you. It's between them, the person who injured them, and God.
God, who is on leave at the moment. Take a look around here. Shall we put him on trial in his absence?
Simon, what did you do?
Forgive me. Forgive me.
Forgiveness feels good. It have felt good to give it or receive it. It have felt the peace you'd given him. Forgiveness is not only understanding. It's more than just pity. You did the right thing, son.
Did I? Look. Didn't you?
At the time, I was sure.
Yes, I did the right thing, yes.
When we die, all they'll plant on top of us is another corpse, and then another. There's something else about that day. That day I was taken to the SS man.
Not again.
No, not that, not forgiveness. Sunflowers. I can't get the sunflowers out of my head. When I saw them, I was almost angry that there was still something so beautiful left in the world. It didn't seem right. Then, as I looked, I realized there was something I hadn't seen. It was a military cemetery. Each grave had a sunflower planted on it. Every dead SS man had something to I don't know. Connect him to life still going on, which I'm not going to have, or you.
Sangre putas.
Nothing else.
That extra mouthful will kill you. It's not even a mouthful. The place is filthy. Go ahead, kill yourself like the others.
I've tried. Believe me, I keep trying. God is on leave.
Sandpit, bulldozer, not for me. There's ways to survive.
It's luck. You know how many times I've been next in line? Some stupid little thing saved my life.
I don't believe in luck any more than I believe in God. So I wash whenever there's water, and I never wear a jacket, even when I'm freezing to death. It tells the pigs I'm still fit to work. And while I'm working, it's worth their while to keep feeding me potatoes and bad meat. Luck, no such thing, good or bad.
Good morning, gentlemen. Come with me. No, you. All this. For Christ's sakes, hold it. What are you afraid of? Now hold this. Tight. Good. Hold it tight. Very good. What a good boy. All right? Open your mouth. I told you it would work. Bravo. Hey, Jew. You were looking at me in a way I don't like. You will be punished. You will take this to the camp mailbox with care, with speed. My wife likes to hear from me every week. Doesn't yours?
Mullenstraße. Nein, dort. Nein, Langbach. Straße. Nein, dort. Nein, Langbach. Mullenstraße.
all seems to come back to Eichmann. Ex-salesman for the Upper Austrian Electrical Construction Company. He's a party member since 1933 and seems to have no photograph in a file that are of any use to us at all.
If this is the same Eichmann, he ended a pleasant evening with the prisoners' council at Auschwitz by telling them we like nothing better for bedtime reading than the day's death list.
Are you okay?
I keep hearing a figure.
It looks like 6 million.
6 million.
That's of your people alone. There are 5 million Poles and Russians, Gypsies, and the old. Why? Can you tell me why?
I just do my job, Major Harcourt. I hope that every death is on a piece of paper somewhere, and that piece of paper will lead us to the Eichmanns and the Muirers. Then you can put them on trial like you're doing at Nuremberg.
And we'll continue to do it. With your help.
What else can I do? I survive. We must never forget, or it will happen again. That's all. You're keeping me from my work.
Letter from your wife, Simon. She's alive.
Like you won't be getting your wife.
I have to get her here.
What, on your hands? Your ankle's broken. I got a better idea. You stay here and run the camp. I'll go. It's something I'd like to do.
Where is she? Where is my wife?
I'm not sure.
You went to Krakow.
Yeah. 3 of them turned up.
3?
Mm-hmm. All claiming to be your wife. Well, I tell you, I'm sorry, Simon. See, geez, I forgot to ask you what you look like.
What did you do?
What could I do? I chose the one that I like best.
They told me you were dead.
They told me you were dead.
Does it hurt?
Everything hurts. You smiled like that when you were 17. When you broke my heart the first time.
been hard. Are there things you don't want me to ask you about? I have to tell you. You should know.
How many?
I kept on hoping they were still out there. In the woods. Being hidden by people. I made a list.
How many are left?
We lost 89. That is, we killed 89. Both our families. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oops. Oops.
It's over. We survived. We'll be all right again. Even if it's not, we have a life together and you'll build houses again.
I have a job to finish first. We're going with the War Crimes Unit to Linz. They promised us a house. It'll be all right.
You build houses, that's what you do. That's what the future is going to be, isn't it?
Once we pulled everyone in, of course, yes. That's what I am. I'm an architect. But justice has to come first.
For me? For us? Simon, I want a child and I want to forget.
I want a child that I can't forget.
But building houses is what you do.
But I don't know anyone to live in them anymore.
I thought you were dead.
I thought you were dead.
Whispering baby.
Yes.
It's very clever.
Yes. It's a boy.
A girl.
Your eyes.
Your lips.
Your smile.
Come on. Come on.
Sorry.
Your hands.
Oh! What happened?
Your ankle.
Are you all right?
Always the hero, eh?
It has to be a Jew who forgives me. Behind the windows of the second floor, I saw a man with a small child in his arms.
Simon?
With his free hand, the man covered the child's eyes. His clothes were alight. Then he jumped into the street.
I have to go. I have to see for myself what kind of people they are.
who ended up with a killer for a son. I have to go. Will you come with me? Please?
Silence.
Yes?
Frau Maria Seidel,
Yes?
may I speak with you and your husband?
I am a widow. That is my son, Carl. He was killed in the war.
Yes, I know. I met him.
Will you come in, please? I miss him so much. Did you know him well? When did you meet?
I didn't know him well. No, I met him after he'd been wounded. I remembered him and made inquiries, and here I am.
What do you want? Is there something you want from me? Shall I take it down for you?
This is a uniform he's wearing.
He was 16 in the Hitler Youth. Is there something you want from me?
He asked me to send you his greetings if we should ever meet. That's all.
He was always such a thoughtful boy. You're not German, are you?
No. I'm a Jew. I'd like to know more about him. I suppose that's why I'm here. Tell me why he joined.
All his friends joined. What could he do? He always did his best. But it completely altered him.
When the war came, he joined the SS, he volunteered.
Yes, but his father didn't like that. He didn't agree with that at all. But you know what it was like then? They turned children against their own parents. They hardly spoke after, and I was in the middle of them. Do you know what it's like when a father is afraid to say what he really thinks in front of his own son? Carl went to war. Not a single word from his father. Around here, we were always very good to our Jews. We didn't like it when they started to take them away. Jewish doctor. We weren't responsible for what happened.
You believe that? You really do believe that?
One thing is certain. Carl never did anything wrong. He was such a good boy. He did his best. He always did his best. He did his best.
It's the middle of the night. It's the next day, actually. What do you want?
Simon, I've got a great news.
It's all right. It's Misha, our favorite Russian. Go back to bed, you two.
Unless you are making coffee.
So,
Simon, next week is a Yom Kippur, right?
right. Thank you for waking me up to tell me. Forget the coffee.
I've been looking for a hand for the sacrifice.
Fascinating. So make some coffee. He wants to talk about chickens.
Eichmann,
Sorry?
I think I have found Eichmann. Simon, your biggest client yet. The man who organized down to the last freight car. The man who said in Budapest in 1945 that he would happily die with the certainty that he killed almost 6 million Jews.
What makes you so sure it's Eichmann?
Huh? He lives in the hills. He keeps chickens. He hates the Jews. He was a top Nazi. Who else?
Chickens? I'm sorry, I'm defeated by your Talmudic logic. I must be crazy to let you do this to me! Where are you taking me?
Go on.
That's in the British zone. We need travel permits, paperwork.
Don't ask how.
On the hill?
Yes.
Over there?
Yes.
That's Geishorn 192.
A nondescript kind of man. Doesn't stand out in a crowd.
Well, I'd say no. He's very well known here. Family man, busy, very popular in our little village. Very well liked. Did his time in Poland and Russia during the war.
You're sure?
Oh, I know all the Muirers very well.
Muir?
Franz Muir. That's the man you're looking for?
I'm sorry I got you out of bed.
Thanks for your time and trouble.
Not him. Well, I'm pleased to hear it.
Thank you.
A very popular man, Franz Muir.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
Also the butcher of Vilna. People still go white at the sound of his name. So, he's worth going after. Our popular deputy commissar left 250 alive out of 80,000 in Vilna. Yes, worth going after. We start at the refugee camp. There are some people from Vilna there. A big one, Simon. About time.
Can't touch him.
Hasn't even changed his name. He's living 30 miles away from a war crimes unit.
Geishorn is in the British zone. Vilna is now a part of Russia. We don't have any jurisdiction there. You want him handed to the Russians?
Look, to anyone who put him on trial, will give me justice.
Can't do it, son. Give it up. I don't know, maybe it's time to go back to being an architect. Forget the mirrors.
Thanks.
Good morning, Rabbi. Simon?
Another mass grave. Another Bonnery Woods.
No. But Ina swears that.
The books were taken from the hands of children, grandparents, mothers and fathers, all over Europe on their way to the camps. When they had killed us all, they would have given them to schools, museums, scientific institutes, historical curiosities of a race that no longer existed. For a long time, we stood there, thinking of all those people they'd been taken away from. There was someone there, with us, who had lost his whole family. He picked up a book, one of tens of thousands of books. They have just come into our town. In a few moments, they will be in our house. If someone finds this prayer book, please notify my dear brother. Do not forget us, and do not forget our murderers. Can you believe? It was his sister's prayer book. She died in Treblinka. This was their last will. I'm their representative now.
Murer decided one day to clear an entire street. Why? Nobody ever knew why with Murer. Everyone in the street was put into a truck. He had them shot. Everyone.
Where? The Bonnery Woods?
Yes. By the auxiliary police. Lithuanians.
Murer gave the order.
Yes. They killed my two uncles, my aunt, my parents, my 4 grandparents, my sister, my twin brother.
When did Murer take over the convent?
January 1942. The nuns were stripped and beaten on Murer's orders. Then, still naked, he had them shot.
Murer had them shot. Take your time. Take your time. We have to prove that Murer had them shot.
It had to be him. He was in charge. Besides, he made us dig all the bodies up in 1945. He wanted to hide them. It was Mueller.
Wiesenthal, is it? Well, how can I help you? Please sit down.
It's Wiesenthal. I have the papers on the Franz Mueller case.
Ah, that's you, is it? Some questions for you, Wiesenthal. Why did you go to the Austrian police before reporting to us? What do you know about these illegal transports to Palestine?
I'm here about the Mueller case.
Never mind about Mueller. We're thinking of pulling him in.
You won't have to bother. I've arranged for it. He should be on his way to you now.
You no doubt have authorization to be in the British zone.
Oh, yes. I'm very careful about things like that.
Go about stirring up trouble on our patch.
On your patch, you had one of the worst war criminals living openly.
This isn't about war crimes. I asked the question.
Look, I don't know. And if I did, I probably wouldn't tell you. I have affidavits and a summary of evidence in the case of Franz Mueller.
You're a Jewish troublemaker, and I suspect you of having links with the Irgansvei Lumi.
I'm part of an official war crimes unit, and I have done a lot of the work you should have done in the Mueller case.
You have information that I need, and you'll stay here until I get it. Sergeant!
You're arresting me.
Put it this way, Mr. Wiesenthal. You're not leaving here until I get some answers.
Listen, officer, I've been waiting almost 2 hours for my friend, Simon Wiesenthal. Let me in, okay? All right? Why not? No. You have no right! No! He's not criminal!
Wings. You grow wings. You wake up one morning and you got wings. Where would you go?
New York. America. Somewhere in America.
What would you do there? Make money? Do this? Paint?
You know.
What?
I tell them.
About?
That's what I do.
Really? You tell them the truth? How could they believe it? How can you and me believe it here? Just this far away. They'd never believe what we're doing to you. If you could prove the unprovable, you'd still not be able to make the unbelievable believable.
Wiesenthal! 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 Wiesenthal!
Tell him to go.
Tell him yourself.
You know all about you.
Then bring charges against me, like the ones you're going to have to now against him.
All right. You can go. I'm coming down. Thank you.
We got him. He's on his way to the Russians, but I have to double-check the paperwork. Can't give them any excuse to drop the case. My Vilna files.
We're through, son. The order came. Closing the unit, dumping most of these. There's nothing I can do. Corporal!
I knew it was coming. I didn't guess so soon.
Things changed, sir. It's pretty simple back in the camp.
Things are still simple.
The world is complicated. One day we're fighting the Germans, the next day we're using them. We can't keep putting their generals in jail. You see, I don't know what justice is anymore. You know what justice is? Fine. All I know is I don't have to come here day after day and hear about murder and torture. I'm going home.
All right. I can't stop you. I can't tell you you're wrong. Not with what you must have waiting for you over there. In America.
You know, back home we got a water tower. And we got a high school. And we got a feed store. We got some Indians. And we got a bingo parlor. And the war is over for Bill Harcourt.
Do one last thing for me. One thing more.
So you're out of the job. Well, now you have time to design and build that house.
Not yet. Maybe not ever.
But you're out of work. You'll have to find something.
I'm not out of work. Yeah. Just beginning.
What are all these? What are they doing in our apartment?
I asked for the files. They were throwing half of them out. Who knows what would have happened to them? Anyway, I'll need them in Vienna.
Vienna?
Vienna. That's it. Well, no one is guilty. I'm going to open a documentation center. No one else seems interested anymore.
We are going to Vienna?
More than 2 million of the 6 million were killed by Austrians. They're allowing ex-Nazis to vote again. It has to be Vienna.
Vienna, Simon.
They've restored the Ferris wheel in the Prater.
Mozart, Hitler, and the Ferris wheel. Is that what you're offering me?
Whipped cream, torta too.
A mirror, a Mengele, an Eichmann, all the rest of them. I don't like Vienna, Simon. You're not taking your family somewhere that hates the Jews worse than the Germans, worse than the Poles. That's saying something.
It has to be Vienna. That's the center of it. The chances of these people just disappearing get better every day, and I won't let that happen, I swear. I swear. I swear.
Who put you in charge? Who said Simon Wiesenthal has to be the one to do this? not Vienna, Simon, no. You're not taking your wife and child somewhere where the hate is, where every day we'll be reminded of what happened. Tell me this is some kind of joke. Nobody puts you in charge of having a job. What kind of job is being a Nazi hunter? Spending your whole life, and mine, our lives looking for revenge? Poison, leave it, for God's sake, leave it!
It's not revenge. Believe me, by the time I knew it was 6 million, it wasn't revenge anymore. Who can I leave it to, Scylla? Tell me.
Don't do this to me.
I have to do it. I survived.
Simon, I'm here.
I can't hear you, mother! Just get out of there! Just get out of there! Hello! They'll go! I swear they'll go! I swear! I swear! I swear! I swear! Mama!
Vienna?
Vienna.
Bring the door.
No.
Hello.
Nice glass.
For you? Order me the biggest, stickiest pastry in the shop. Back in a moment. Why have you been following me? What are you following me for? If it's anything to do with my daughter.
You are Simon Wiesenthal.
Yeah,
I have to talk to you.
Not here. I'm with my family.
Please. This is very important to me.
I'm sorry, Scylla.
Can't it wait?
No. Sorry, Polinka.
I'm afraid this is going to sound hard to believe. My father was Jewish. My
my mother Catholic. When Hitler invaded Austria, I was 16. Half Jewish. I was clearly in danger. So my parents had their best friend adopt me. Please listen. I joined the Waffen-SS in 1930 in Russia. The Gestapo sent for my mother. Didn't you know the mother of an SS man must not stay married to a Jew? My father moved out. 2 weeks later, they deported him and he was shot. I don't know where I belong. To the Nazis, I am a Jew. To the Jews, I am a Nazi. I have read about you. I want to help. Don't say no to me. Please, let me help.
Bring your coffee. I'll show you around the center.
It's good, eh?
Maybe if you put it in your briefcase, you won't leave it on the tramp.
Downstairs.
I found her crying this morning.
Oh.
She wants to know why we never have anyone to stay with us for holidays. Why she has no grandparents, or cousins, or aunts, or uncles, like her friends at school.
I'll think of something.
Well, there are some things not even Simon Wiesenthal can organize.
Hangover.
All in the line of duty. 16 steins of beer, 100 drunken verses of the horse vessel with the SS comrades group you made me join.
You volunteered, remember? So, anything of interest?
Another sighting of Eichmann in Graz.
It's the third this month.
And his wife's got tired of waiting. She's going to court to have him officially declared dead.
No. She can't do that.
What difference does it make? You will still keep looking.
No one else will. They'll take his name off all the lists. She's not doing this just to be sure of her widow's pension.
Third floor, second door on the left. She's a little over the hill, but still attractive. Lonely. Before the war, she was one of the many mistresses of Adolf Eichmann. You just moved here. One of the old comrades gave you her name and address. You would like to talk about the good old days. Alex, make yourself presentable. Be very, very polite.
Mrs. Eichmann's application says her husband was shot dead in Prague
April 30th, 1945.
There's something in here somewhere. There has to be.
Documentation Center.
It's Alex. We hit it off straight away, mainly because I agreed with everything she had to say about how lightly the Jews got off in the war.
So, you were polite. You charmed her.
We have a dinner date. I think the Jewish question will be on the menu.
She asked you back for some of that wonderful Viennese coffee. As well as information, you might try to get a photograph of Eichmann. There must be one somewhere. Just as he has to be somewhere in the Middle East or South America.
I'll do my best.
For which no doubt she'll be as grateful as I will.
Confirmed sightings after April 30th, 1945.
Wiesenthal? This woman must have dated every SS officer who ever took oath to the Fuhrer.
Help me. Look for an inscription. Maybe on the back. He would have signed it Adi. Also look at the face. Looks like a bookkeeper.
My God, here he is.
Just after the war, when I was first beginning to understand all this man did, I discovered another of those coincidences I've learned to accept. Silla and I were living just 12 doors away from where Eichmann once lived. Every time I went under that archway he used, my mouth went dry and I got short of breath. The first thing that comes into my head every morning, even now, is where is Eichmann? What's he doing now? Today? This minute?
It's dated 1938.
So here he is at 28. Assigned to Berlin for research. And already the expert on the Jewish question.
What now?
We let our Israeli friends see this. Another present for you. I want you to read this. I know the school gives you enough reading, but it's important. It's about a girl around your age. Back.
I'm very pleased you took my advice about a new interest in your life, sir.
I'm always willing to listen to my doctor. The more he charges, the harder I listen to.
You are the only patient I have who suffers from lack of sleep and bad dreams at the same time, so I can understand them both. Physically, though, you are all right. For a man of your age, you have the constitution of an ox, and a very tired one.
Miss Meister? No! I did!
Have you ever thought of going back to being an architect?
It's been so long.
That might be the best thing in the long run for all of us.
Why?
There aren't too many of us left here, Simon, and we've all suffered. Maybe for the sake of your health and mine and the surviving Jewish community, you should take that big stick out of that tired old pot and start stirring things up. Listen to me as a friend.
Isn't there a job still to be done?
Isn't the job to let things heal now? Because you can't forget, you won't let others forget, and that keeps them in pain, for which Simon Wiesenthal is responsible.
Simon Wiesenthal didn't run the camps, he was put in them.
Yes, it's Eichmann. I know it's the flawless copies are too many. He has it uncovered. He guarantees it. Eichmann. Can you imagine? Here in black and white. Eichmann.
Post-war. Covers?
You're post-war too? Some of them have been very interesting, don't you think?
Very interesting, yes.
Are you geographical or topical?
Geographical. South American in particular.
Oh, that's a nice one. This would interest you, Wiesenthal. I asked my business agent to keep an eye out for friends and contacts from back home. Can you imagine? He ran into this awful swine Eichmann.
Really? Oh, I should doubt it. There's a dozen reports of him every month.
It's here in black and white. He lives near Buenos Aires, calls himself something else. It's him.
I shouldn't think so. But if he is there, he's out of reach, I'm afraid. Oh. That's a nice specimen. Postmark's a little heavy, though. Thanks.
You're welcome.
So?
Simon, I don't want her to read this. I don't want her to read about a girl who hid in an attic for 2 years before the Nazis arrested her.
I spend my life, our lives, making sure the world knows what was done by men like Eichmann. How can I not tell my own daughter?
Oh, there is no Eichmann, there's no Stange or Mengele or SS or any of the others outside of your files. They're gone. They may never even have existed. The world does not want to know.
Today, I found out where Eichmann is. Maybe. It's the strongest lead yet.
Even more of the money we don't have gets spent on looking for him.
I need to get someone to South America to check.
Simon, you need to pay the rent on this apartment. You need to feed and clothe your wife and child.
No one in this apartment has ever gone hungry or walked the streets without shoes. How can I stop now, Scylla? We're that close to him.
Well, I don't want to hear about him anymore. From now on, when you get home, I won't ask you about your work, and you won't tell me.
Our friends can't use the Eichmann photograph. They need more positive identification of what it looks like now.
Great. So what do they want us to do? Find him so that we can take a photograph of him good enough for them to find him with? We even gave them the name and address of a man who's seen him walking around Buenos Aires. Why can't they send someone to check? Do we have $3,000?
What about your lunch?
Sympathy, encouragement, great coffee, airfare, no.
The World Jewish Congress turned us down too. They haven't any money to send either.
If I'm watching... And finally, I twist my heart around again, so that the bad is on the outside and the good is on the inside. And keep on trying to find a way of becoming what I would so like to be, and what I could be, if there weren't any other people living in the world. Yours, Anne. Make sense of something. When Mummy came to the school one day and the teacher said, "You're Jewish." I didn't know there were any of you left. Did it happen to our family too?
You called Paulina after your mother's mother, who was shot because she didn't move back into her house as quickly as the policeman wanted her to. You're called Rose after my mother, who was taken to a place from which no one returned. You have to know these things. Everyone, they were all killed. All 89 of them. There were Germans and Austrians who tried to help. There was a guard in one of my camps who gave me food. Even in Vilna, there was a Viennese soldier, Schmidt, who helped. He brought food, milk for the babies, carried messages, even stole guns for the resistance. Not all alike. But even then.
And what happened to him? The soldier?
The Gestapo had him shot.
See? There must have been more bad ones than good ones. Why shouldn't we hate them? How can you stop hating inside? You say one thing, Mummy thinks another, doesn't she? I love her too. I have to listen to her too.
Remember this place. And remember that not all the Germans and Austrians and Lithuanians did this. You mustn't blame them all. And those that are to blame, you mustn't hate. Promise me?
I'll try. But I just don't know. If I can, decide. I just don't know.
Bye.
How would you like to go to a funeral today, Alex?
That rather depends on whose it is.
Eichmann's father.
All these years of brilliant detective work comes down to something in the morning papers.
You don't really expect him to be at his father's funeral?
No. But you remember all those sightings? We chased the Fall Street every 2 weeks until we discovered that his brothers looked very much like him.
Yes.
Otto in particular could be his double. So, let's hope there's such a close family they'll all turn up to have their picture taken.
We therefore commit his body to the ground, earth to earth, ashes to ashes, dust to dust, in sure and certain hope of the resurrection to eternal life.
They paved some of the camps with headstones. From the Jewish cemeteries in Lvov, on his orders. Otto.
No, I can't.
Brought again from the dead, our Lord Jesus, the great shepherd of the sheep, through the blood of the everlasting covenant, made you perfect in every good work, to do his will, working in you that which is well-pleasing in his sight. Through Jesus Christ, to whom be glory forever and ever. Amen.
Hello. You are the Jew Wiesenthal's wife? I'm Mrs. Wiesenthal, yes?
The Jew Wiesenthal will close his office permanently by 4 this afternoon. We will get your daughter just to make sure. No one wants you here, Mrs. Wiesenthal. We're watching you all the time.
Thank you.
Going to tell her that people want to harm her. So she has to live even less of a normal life than ever. Dear God, the number of nights when she was smaller that you only saw her when she was asleep. Too busy being Simon Wiesenthal for anything else.
I wanted to live like this. I don't know what Simon Wiesenthal believes in. Justice and no forgetting on behalf of people he never knew. Simon Wiesenthal believes in a daughter coming before them. Not because it's selfish, but because it's human. I'm tired, Simon. Today was nothing, I'll get over it. But we are leaving Vienna. It's over. I want a normal life. A normal husband. Dear God, a normal child.
I can't come with you.
Who is more important to you? Adolf Eichmann or Paulina Wiesenthal?
You go. You take it to Israel. I'll join you when I can.
But still, I can't stop. I can't stop.
I can't stop! I can't stop! I can't stop! I can't stop! I can't!
Simon, I know this man. We are finally doing something about the Buenos Aires connection. I know this man. I was just this far from him last month. Couldn't be sure, but this is him. This is Clement. I know him. This is Clement who lives on Garibaldi Street with his wife and children. I know this man. This will help us.
The Israelis did it, and I'm proud of how we were able to help. For my mother, for the rest of the dead, but more importantly for the living, which makes the others more important now that we've got Eichmann at trial, because they'll say what they did after Nuremberg. We put on trial the organizers. What more do you want? I want the doers. Justice requires the doers stand there too.
Team.
Simon Wiesenthal.
Reactions to the Eichmann verdict in Jerusalem were mixed. The majority of the world press believed that the death sentence was the proper result. Here in Vienna, there have been a number of minor demonstrations by neo-Nazi groups claiming that the trial was part of a Jewish conspiracy and that the Holocaust never happened. That ends the news. Now back to our afternoon.
And then there's this Murer business.
Murer from Vilna?
He's back in Austria.
He can't be. He must be another Murer. My one's doing 25 years with hard labor in Russia, but don't feel sorry for him. I worked it out once. That's 20 minutes for every murder that we know about.
This one is chairman of the District Agricultural Chamber. And here I quote, a respected member of the Catholic People's Party.
It's another man. Which district?
Sean?
I don't want my daughter to hate these people, but they lie to us. They let the Murers go free. How can I teach her not to hate? How can I stop it poisoning her? Let's close the center. Who cares anymore? In a few years, the killers will be as dead as the victims. Those who came through the camps will also be dead. Let's all go sell cars in New Jersey. What the hell? But first, let's get Murer.
Wiesenthal?
Yes.
This Murer business. I regret to have to inform you that all your affidavits are invalid. We can't allow them to be used.
All 32 of them?
They have been spoiled, having been used once before in his Russian trial. A trial that resulted in conviction and sentence.
But he only served 7 years.
We consider Russian sentencing to be 3 times harder than ours. Therefore, he served 21 years, not 7. As an Austrian court will give him no more than 20 if they sentence him for life. You might also say that he served a year longer than he should.
You might say that. Not me. Or the relatives of the 80,000 that he killed.
There's a question of honor here, Herr Wiesenthal.
I agree. Your government agreed to certain things. That the Murers would serve out their sentences here. That we would be informed if the Russians handed them back early.
Yes. Leaving some of those names off the list was an oversight, as has been explained to you. The fact remains, Murer cannot be tried on these.
Isn't it a fact that here he's not even considered a criminal, let alone a convicted one?
Technically, that is correct, Herr Wiesenthal.
Technically? He could even run for office, couldn't he?
He could, yes. Is it honorable to harass a man who has already done penance?
Since when is justice harassment?
You're keeping old hatreds.
Franz Murer is on his farm in Geischorn. Where is my mother and the other 6 million? The Murers going free is far more likely to keep hatred alive.
The Justice Ministry has made its decision. Murer cannot be tried again on these.
But if I get new witnesses, fresh affidavits.
So many years on, not possible.
But if I do, will the Justice Ministry reconsider? Will you?
If you're prepared to rake up the past, make people relive what they would prefer to forget, Perhaps.
Only perhaps.
Bring me the paperwork. Bring me anyone you can find who is prepared to testify. Then, perhaps. You may have no hatred in you, Herr Wiesenthal, but there are others who do. On both sides.
Today, our weekly selection is the diary of Anna Frank. It was suggested by a student in our class. It is a journal kept by a Jewish girl who hid with her family in an attic during the war.
If I am watched to that extent, I start by getting snappy, then unhappy, and finally, I twist my heart round again so that the bad is on the outside and the good is on the inside, and keep on trying to find a way of becoming what I would so like to be and what I could be if there weren't any other people living in the world.
She was taken to Bergen-Belsen, where she died, aged 15.
Miss, nobody died at Bergen-Belsen. There wasn't even an Anna Frank. My dad says so. He was in the war.
You know those photographs of bodies, miss? They weren't bodies. They were made of paper mache.
That's right, miss. Didn't the gas chambers turn out to be places for disinfecting clothes?
Anne Frank did die in Bergen-Belsen. Prove it. Nobody can prove it, can they, miss? She was put in a mass grave, wasn't she, miss?
My mum and dad say it's a good story. It's not all true. It's been in the papers, hasn't it, miss?
But it happened. Haven't your parents told you it happened? It did happen.
I think it happened. Like maybe the Eichmann thing happened.
She kept a diary. They found it in the attic, didn't they, miss? Didn't she spend 2 years in the attic just for the fear of being shot? Because she was Jewish? Mummy is right. They are all the same. Did you know there was no Anne Frank? The books are faked. 6 million dead's a fake. What they did to your mummy and mummy's mummy didn't really happen. Did you know that? It's all just lies because the Jews hate the Germans and the Austrians and everyone else. Well, I do hate them, and I don't want to live here anymore. I don't want to have anything to do with them. Why do we have to live here? Why can't we live somewhere where we belong?
I have my work.
That's not going to change anything. What's that going to change? You can't bring anybody back. And anyway, it's all a fake. It never really happened, did it? That's what their mummies and daddies tell them. Why should my daddy be the one telling the truth? I hate them. Mummy's been right. We don't belong here.
If I could get Anne Frank's father to come to your school, would that convince them?
You weren't there. You didn't hear them. They'd call him a fake too.
Well then, we'll have to think of something else, won't we? How about this? Let me find the man who arrested Anne Frank. If I find him, then it can't be a fake, can it? And if we're telling the truth about Anne Frank, they'll have to believe we're telling the truth about everything else.
I wonder.
Well, they will. They can take whatever side they like about it, but they can't rub it away. Shall I go find him?
Is it a big job?
It's an impossible job. Like finding out who was driving a black Mercedes down a one-way street 3 days ago when you don't even have the license number.
He's sleeping. She cried herself to sleep.
You see, this is what happens when you allow them to forget. And there's no one to argue with the ones who would like to deny it ever happened at all, and that means it could happen again. I don't want there to be any more Anne Franks.
hard to forget.
How was a job? I can't forget.
But building houses is what you do.
But I don't know anyone to live in it anymore.
I thought you were dead.
I thought you were dead.
We are in the middle of trying to put a case together against Mueller, which the Justice Department will throw out anyway. Now, you want us to find somebody who does not even have a name.
Oh, it's Silvernagel, Silverbach, Silvertal.
All over Europe, tens of thousands of people were taken away by nameless, faceless little men like...
They need a little men who actually take the Anne Franks away.
He can't even be put on trial.
No, but he can be made to say that was me, that's what I did for the Eichmanns and the Muirers. It's not just those 13-year-olds Polinka goes to school with, it's an entire generation up there being taught the Holocaust never happened.
We have enough to do. We found Brody in America. He doesn't want to know. He won't come over for the trial. We can't use his evidence. We are working 7 days a week, getting nowhere. Now, we're going after half the names in the Austrian phone books.
I want this man. I want him. As much as I want Mueller. And if you think it's unreasonable to work 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, you volunteered, didn't you? You followed me around Vienna. It wasn't the other way around. Was it?
When your father comes home tonight, I'm going to ask him how his day was. What happened at the office? That's what happens in ordinary families.
We're not an ordinary family. I wish we were. I didn't ask for a famous wife.
I didn't ask for a famous husband. It happened.
We are still going. We're not staying here forever.
I have to stay with him.
Here? We don't belong here. You said. You said we'd go to Israel or America, where there's people like us, where we belong.
Haven't we done enough? That is 17 cases we now have where he killed with his own hands, and we just have to prove one of them.
It's not just the man who did these terrible things who will be on trial here, Wiesenthal. People will want to know about you.
I read the papers. After Eichmann, they called me a manhunter. Do I look like one?
It's not just that. Open up Muirer's past. Ask questions about him. They'll ask about yours.
Unlike him, I have nothing to hide.
You came through several camps, didn't you? There might be those who wonder how you could do that without making, well, compromises.
They don't just wonder it. They accuse me of it.
There were collaborators, weren't there? It's understandable, of course. A man has a duty to himself to survive.
A man has a duty to remember. There were collaborators, yes. There were even Jews who were forced to kill other Jews. I have said we can understand what makes a man do that in the camps facing the firing squad. But we don't forgive that man. I'm interested in forgiveness. I've even written a book about it. I'm interested in that and justice. As interested as you are in what honor is.
Yes, Herr Wiesenthal. You'll have your trial.
I'm so sorry.
Did it wake you too? Yes.
To think I was going to ask you what sort of day you'd had at the office.
Were you?
Hello.
Were you really? You're a remarkable woman, Mrs. Wiesenthal.
I didn't ask to be. It happened. Come on.
Them to ask him 6 million times whether he was guilty. I wanted them to put every one of the names for him to plead to. Imagine hearing the names of every one of the 6 million.
Not very practical of you, Simon. Most unlike.
Every one of them had a name. That's what I was trying to say. That's all.
You saw him take the piece of bread from the Polish lady.
Yes. Then he killed her and the others.
Please, tell the court about the others. Who were they?
He got very angry. He shot the 3 women and a man and my sister. It was terrible. My sister's blood was spilling out of her all over my feet.
Can you identify the man who did it?
I remember him the first time he came to the ghetto. He wanted us to know who he was, so that I'd remember. He hit me in the face, here. It was him!
5 people. He shot 5. It was 5, huh?
Not 4, not 6, 5.
Including my sister, 5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You were close enough to count.
I had blood on me. I stood in it.
The color of his tunic?
What?
Gray, green, brown, black. The color of his tunic, Mrs. Reitzman. You were close enough to count, to get some blood on you.
I was standing in blood.
And the color of the uniform of the man you say shot them.
I was stopped at the ghetto entrance at Rudnitska Street by Murer and his assistant. While they were checking my pass, a 10-year-old hunchback girl came by.
I just want to forget. I don't even want you to tell me if you find him.
He said, Murer said, "Look what misfits they are keeping in the ghetto now." Then he shot her.
So now we have a 10-year-old hunchbacked girl.
I don't believe that. No, the evidence is not
I'm so ashamed, Simon. I don't think I can take any more of that. I'll go back to the office, work on the Anne Frank file.
I know how you feel, being German. But why not feel just as proud of the fact that he's in there, standing trial, having to face the Mrs. Ratzmans and the others? Work hard. Get me the man who arrested Anne Frank.
Can you speak a little louder, Herr Sebalski? We want everybody to hear, don't we?
I try. It's very difficult for me.
It's very difficult for Herr Maurer and his family. They have to listen to these accusations. You don't have any 10-year-old hunchbacks for us, do you? No. No, there's just your son who was so badly beaten by someone.
By Maurer. That man there.
I think we have to leave that for the jury to decide, don't we? This is a court of law, isn't it? Now, as I understand this evidence, you didn't witness the beatings yourself. It was your son who told you this story, yes? Oh, pardon me. There is just one son here, is that right? The one in the mental institution outside Munich, yes? You don't have two sons. We're talking about one son whose evidence this is supposed to be. Well, two sons or one son, Herr Sebalski? Let's get that straight, if nothing else.
It's one son.
A little louder.
One son.
The one in the mental institution outside Munich, yes? Now, turning to the evidence in some detail, when you are ready, Sebalski.
Him, because this could have been me, couldn't it?
You were a subordinate of Herr Muerer's for his entire service in the Vilna ghetto. Is that correct, Herr Weiss?
Yes.
In all of that time, did you ever see him personally strike anyone in the ghetto of Vilna? Or anywhere else, for that matter?
No, sir, that would have been illegal.
Did he ever physically touch anyone in any way?
Touch a Jew?
My last question, Herr Weiss. Think carefully. All we are after here is the truth. Did you ever see the defendant, Franz Murer, ever cause the death of any single inhabitant of the Vilna ghetto?
I did not, sir. No. Where do you live, Herr Weiss?
Do I have to answer that?
I'll put the question again. Your place of residence?
Bavaria.
Bavaria. The name of the town?
Straubing.
Street address?
I don't see what that's got to do with anything.
You don't know the exact address because you're currently in Straubing prison serving a life sentence for mass murder, aren't you?
I looked at him, and I looked straight past him. And then I looked at him again, and I realized it was him. He looks just like anyone else. Just like you said.
That's what's made it so hard to find them all these years.
Yeah. Yeah.
Come to us that time anyway.
Take my coffee. Look after Polinka. Jacob, Brody, Simon Wiesenthal.
Oh, yes, I know.
Well, we're going to need you if you change your mind about testifying. It turns out Murer never saw a Jew in his life, let alone 80,000 dead ones. He's the victim of a terrible mistake.
That's his wife and his sons out there. Showing what a family man he is, what a pillar of the community.
He's got a good lawyer. That's why we need you up there. You've seen the prosecutor. He's taken you through your evidence.
You really think I came all this way to be tied in knots by some boy? You deal with Murer your way. I think I've got it better.
There is no other way, Mr. Brody. Certainly not a better. If there was, I would have taken it.
There's something that we should have done straight after the war. We should have gone after them with everything we had. Everything. Forget about the law and due process.
We were so tired when it was over. You remember how tired we still couldn't accept how many bodies, how many deaths. The law is all we have, isn't it?
There's this as well. I'm going to kill him. In front of his wife, in front of his sons. Jacob. Yes. I'm not afraid of what happens after. Yes, he's dead. But I'm dead. I'm dead too. He killed me the day he killed my son.
But you didn't. You're not a killer. We are not killers.
I didn't want to come here. You said it was necessary. Well, here I am.
That's what they're waiting for. For us to show we're no better than them.
That's what we should have done in 1945, 1946. Get them anywhere we could.
Which is what they did to us. There's a difference here. We're better than that.
He shot my son in the face. He was this far from me when he died.
You're trying to make sense of your life. Why you
Don't you see that?
Why you've been given this.
Don't you see
I
that?
have to make sense of my life too. I stayed here. I didn't go to America. I did something. I was one of those who said we must not forget. So you listen to me. I have a right to be listened to. You do this and you destroy me. Everything I believe in. You can't do that without listening to me. Eichmann. I helped to find Eichmann. Not so they could shoot him in some back street, but so they could put him on trial. In a courtroom, somewhere like this, with the world watching. He was dead when he went into court. Like Murer is. He's dead. The Murer that killed your son is already dead. No. Like Eichmann was. But he had to stand up and say, it happened. They're not lying. It was terrible. I had no part in it. It was the others. But it happened. It happened. That's what Murer is saying, just by being made to come here. That's all I want from him. And the Eichmanns and the Stangels and the Mengeles. It happened.
But he's not dead. He's in there. Words can't change it. My son is dead, and the man who killed him is only going to spend a few years in jail for it, if that. I want more justice than that.
No, it's not justice. This is not just words. You cannot do this to me or the Jewish people. You cannot do this on behalf of the good men.
Well, you might be here for the Jewish people. Oh, yes. But I'm here for one man. Jacob Brody, whose son was killed in front of him, and the world says, so what? I'm going to do what we should have done to all the Murers. Nobody has a right to stop me. He killed my son. It was my son, Simon Wiesenthal, not yours, my son. He was this far from me, my son. Daniel, my son.
I still cry when I hear what happened to the children in the camps. I think every day since the war ended, I have cried so often about the children, too often about the children. I've cried about your son. When I first interviewed you years ago, weeks back, when I read the file again, I have a daughter. It could have been my child. Yes, he was your son, but he was also mine. Your son is my son, Jacob. Come. Could I have done this terrible job all these years if I didn't feel that? It's not you I want my daughter to see here as a murderer. It's that man through there. I want her to know that there's a difference between those men and decent people. There is better. And we don't hate, because that destroys us as well as them. We don't use that.
Look.
We're looking for justice, not another killing.
My son was in the group to be shot straight away. I was in the group who was to be worked to death. My son thought he saw a chance to join us. I nodded. It was worth trying. When we thought that Muir wasn't watching, he was busy killing somebody else, I think. My son thought he could make it. He got halfway. That is, he left the group, was to be shot straight away. And he got halfway to the group who was to be worked to death instead. He was seen. They broke his nose. Muir broke his nose. I heard the crack. I identified Franz Muir as the man who broke my son's nose. My son fell in front of me. Muir reaches for his pistol. I identify Franz Muir as the man who reached for his pistol. And he shot my son in the right-hand side of his face. I identify Franz Muir as that man. My son died. I blame Franz Muir for his death. I saw it. It was done in front of me. I was there. I've made nothing up. Not forgotten. This is what happened.
Just one. They've got to give us just one.
So. Come.
On the first count, not guilty. Fourth count, not guilty. Fifth count, a tied vote, not guilty. Sixth count, not guilty. Seventh count, a tied vote, not guilty. Eighth count, not guilty. Ninth count, not guilty. 10th count, not guilty. 11th count, not guilty. 12th count, not guilty. 13th count, not guilty. 14th count, not guilty. 15th count, not guilty. 16th count, not guilty. 17th count, not guilty.
He was going to say something to you.
He was going to tell me I denied him justice. Paulina, he may have been right, but I can't change. I can't change.
He gets away with it forever.
This is the way to do it. It's right. It's the right way.
He gets away with it. Forever and ever. Nothing happens to him, but he did it.
This is how it's done. This is right. This is the right way. I can't change it.
He gets away with it. Forever and ever. Forever, forever, forever.
When I was, a little younger than you, in a place far away from here, I was sent out to buy a loaf of bread and some apples. On the street, I met a horseman. I stepped aside. I didn't want to get in his way, because I already knew that somehow they thought I was different. I looked up at the horseman. So high up. His head looked like it was touching the sky. The man on the horse smiled at me, as if he wanted to say something to me. He leant down, picked up his saber, he slashed at me. So, when I picked myself up and spat the mud out of my mouth, I went to see the wisest person I knew, who was always my grandmother. I asked her, would he pay? She said he would, because every cry of pain exists forever in the mind of God. Sometime he would pay. Perhaps not here, because men make mistakes. But somehow he would pay. And I should pick up the loaf of bread and apples and hurry home, because my mother would be worried for me. Now, if you don't think that's enough to live a life on, just remember, it was enough to get me through the camps.
Years later, my father still believes that. Since Liberation Day, in May 1945, he has investigated over 6,000 cases. 1,100 have been arrested. As well as Eichmann, he helped arrest Stangl from Treblinka. He was extradited from Brazil and went to jail for life. So did the SS officer, who shot 2 prisoners at once to show it could be done. Almost 400 others stood trial and went to jail. In the end, he also found the man who arrested Anne Frank. He was still a policeman, working at police headquarters, 10 minutes away from where my father works. Of course, he himself didn't matter. Compared to all the other names in the files, he was a nobody, a zero. But the figure before the zero was Anne Frank. She was not forgotten. None of them have been forgotten.
Documentation Center. One moment, please. Let me take down your name.